So hello friends, today we are continuing with second part of our SEO tutorial. So in the first part we have just discussed regarding the exact keywords which are in domain exact mesh domain, and today in this particular tutorial we would be discussing about partial mesh domain and branding, right? So what are these two terms? Let me note it down over here. Partial meshed domain. Since we have discussed exact mesh domain, that says that your keyword should be always in your URL when you are talking about exact mesh domain. But in case of partial mesh domain, we would take partial keyword into our domain name. So for example, on that day we have discussed that exact mesh keyword. So what we have taken, like I remember that we have taken New York food delivery services, New York, NYC, right? Food delivery services, New York City. So we have taken URL at that point of time as fooddeliverynyc.com. Now when I'm coming to this partial mesh domain name, so when I say partial mesh, that means a part of your keyword or key phrase is represented by your domain name. So let's say in our case that we have taken, I'm referring one keyword which we have taken in earlier part, that is part one, as an example. It was food delivery food delivery services NYC. This was our key phrase, right? And in exact meshed domain we have taken fooddeliverynyc.com. Now in partial mesh domain, what else we could have taken apart from exact mesh domain name? Some might be the case that it is not available and we want to keep any part of our key phrase as a keyword into our domain name. So here comes the concept of partial mesh domain. So let's say we are taking as uh, let's say we just take one partial mesh domain name. It could be like food delivery, uh, food delivery in NYC, or you can say that in a different flavor. You can write here as food services, food services, or doorstep, doorstep food services.com, right? So here in this particular domain name you can see that this food services is your partial keyword and it is partially meshed domain name. So what is the benefit of using a partial mesh domain name is you can get search engine result positioning in a speedy way, because you would be optimizing this keyword in your content specific to your homepage and your services page, right? So this is the advantage of using partial mesh domain name. Now the another concept comes here as branding. So when you say branding, that means you don't require any kind of keywords in your domain name. And for the time being, let me tell you the exact example of branding is we are having major players like Amazon, WebMD, right? It's a medical directory, we can say, for health providers and even for the patients. Or you can say Apple. So all these, like HP, all these Dell, all these are brands, right? So you can refer in your content that if you refer to this particular brand, uh, talking about your content as well as talking about your services, and you're referring to these particular domains, so that would be like you are referring to a brand. That is, Google loves branding. So Google give wattage, extra wattage to these brands, so they would be further get an advantage of getting higher and higher on search engine results positioning and pages, right? So now I'm coming to next concept, which is tags, SEO tags, right? So in this segment, we would be discussing some important and interesting tags. Let's say number one here is our title tag. So what is all about? A title tag is not only referring to your websites all about, but it is also telling the search engines that what kind of services and your web pages are referring. So earlier in older days, people were stuffing keywords in the titles, like they were using their keywords, multiple keywords in their title. But at at times Google updates its algorithm and give weightage to more storytelling in your title instead of keyword stuffing. So there are some limitations of using title tag in terms of number of characters. So 60 characters are what they have decided for titles length, and in those 60 characters you have to tell your websites is all about, right? Your website specifications, and we can say it what your website is referring and which particular topic your website is dealing with, right? So title is like, let me show you an example of title tag. Here when you see that our website digital web ninja, so when you click on this particular tab on website, you will see home, digital marketing service provider, India. So this is a title, so you can easily understand that this website is all about, right? What this website talks about, this website is talking about digital marketing services based in India. So these are the digital marketing service provider in India. So this is all about this website's title. And when you see the source code, here is a title tag where you can simply get the title is regarding this website is shown here. You meta property, you can see here this, right? So this is all about its title tag, which is the storytelling for the website in one sentence, even less than 60 characters. Coming to the next key tag, which is meta description. So as the name itself suggests that this particular tag belongs to your website's stories description, that if your website is providing some sort of services, then that means you are describing those services in less than 160 characters. So there is a characters limit is 160 less than or equals to this number of characters in your description. So in your description, that is a concept that you can use in optimizing your website. The concept is you can put your keywords in terms of describing your website as a part of search engine optimization process, and this is a great thing to optimize your website and to rank higher. So let me tell you what is all about with a real-time example. Let me show you. uh, when you go over here, so you can see that there's a content description, right? But when you see the meta description over here, you will find that here, let us market your create amazing business copies, right? So when you see a real-time website description over here. Let me show you. So one moment, I have just opened this into the dashboard. So uh, the admin panel. Okay, so let me show you. Yep. So basically, to optimize this website, I have used one plugin, all-in-one SEO. So when we go to the dashboard of this plugin, we will see here the description of the website. And description comes as a part of the website tagline. Let me show you the description in terms of WordPress website where you can update and edit the site description. Let it get loaded. Just loading. Yeah. When you go to setting of your website and go to general, you will find your tagline this. So when you see this tagline, you can find that this is your description, website's description. So this is all about website description could be set over WordPress tagline, right? If you are making your website in WordPress, but if you are doing in a PHP or core PHP or other tool or other provider, you have to update your index.php or index.html for that particular meta description, right? So yeah, now coming to the next, yeah. So this now I'm coming to the URL keyword. So what does it mean? When you create the pages of your website and you know you let's say you're having a website having 5 pages and when there is a blog pages there, so you want to put some postings there, then you have to place your keywords into URL. Let me show you an example. So this is the way to optimize your website and web pages both. So here comes an example. Let me show you. When you click on Digital Web Ninja and blog, you will find over there that how to optimize the keywords for the URL. So let me show you uh, here. Let me give an example. Yep, learn how to index your website lightning fast in the Google search engine. This is a blog post. When you click here, you can see that index your website lightning fast in Google search engine. That means you have use exact title, you have utilize those keywords which are available in your title and you're optimizing for them, and you have inserted those keywords into the URL field, right? Index your website lightning fast in Google search engine. So anybody could understand that this particular post is about indexing websites on Google search engine. So this article would be ranking higher whenever somebody is searching for index website on Google search engine. So this is how it works, right? So URL keywords, placing keywords into URL field for the page or blog post, whichever comes for ranking first. Okay, so this is all about. I will discuss next in part number third about further processes to optimize the to learn new things in optimization process. So this is our second part of tutorial, which ends here. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I would like to just ask you to subscribe my channel for further notifications and further updates on this tutorial. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching.